Hello, mate.
Yo,
How's it going?
let's go. Yeah, good.
Nice one. Nice to see you.
Yeah, and you, mate.
What you doing? You cracking a beer?
Yeah.
Hey, nice one.
Well, most times we're together, we're drinking beer, so I thought it should be no different.
That's very true. Oh man, I want a beer. I haven't even got any
What,
water.
what time is it where you are?
It's just gone 5, so
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can have a beer at 5.
we haven't got any. I need to get some. Is this your new house? Is it?
Yeah, man.
That's quite cool in the background, isn't it? Did you make all that?
Yeah, man. Yeah, no, that's just I had a massive bit of wood.
Yeah,
I can't remember what it was from, but it was left over and it was going to go to the skip.
yeah.
And I just thought, oh, actually, I'll just draw on it.
Fair play. Bit of practice, isn't it? That looks great.
That's it. Cheers, man.
Cool. All right. So Carl. Carl's one of my good friends for a long time. We have. How long have we known each other for?
That's. I think when I first met you, I think I was probably 13.
Wait.
Yeah, 13,
And how old are you now? 20,
24.
24. That's quite a long time, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it was always through music. Like Carl,
Yeah.
Cole played in a band. I played in a band. We used to do some gigs.
Yeah.
But now life has kind of changed, and you are a graphic designer, aren't you? So why don't you tell us a bit about what you're doing at the moment and what's going on?
Yeah, man. So if I start from basically the start, so same as yourself. Um, I grew up in West Sussex, tiny little village. Not much to do at all in the village. So doing music with like you and other friends as well was like my first creative outlet. So that was like the start of it, and it sort of ended up I was doing logos and flyers and artwork for my band and then also other bands as well. But I wanted to do music. That was like my big thing, and I thought I was gonna be a rock star. And I thought that's what I'm gonna do. I don't need a job
Yeah,
like a proper job. I'm gonna be a rock star, so it's gonna be fine.
go travel the world.
That's it. I thought I'm gonna travel the world and it's all good. But obviously then you realise that it costs a lot of money and you need to get a job. So while I was doing jobs that I didn't really like in retail or like in shops, um, I ended up designing on the side, just doing a bit of freelance for people, any work I could get at all. And then from there, it sort of grew and ended up getting a really good job opportunity about 3 years ago to move up to Leicester, which is sort of it's 3 hours from where we grew up.
Yeah,
So it's about an hour and a half, 2 hours from London.
it's kind of in the Midlands, isn't it? Like lower than Manchester, is it?
Yeah, lower than Manchester. People will probably know it because Leicester won the Premier League a
Leicester
couple of
won the
years ago.
Premier League. Yeah, nice.
Mm.
Yeah, so you've relocated up to Leicester, and that was for Hype, wasn't it? You had a big deal with Hype.
Yeah, that was cool. It was really good. And I was there for about 2 years designing for them, which was wicked. Met some really cool people. Learned a lot of things that I didn't know um, because it was good for me as well because it's an industry that I've always loved, always wanted to design clothes.
Yeah, yeah,
So for me, it was like a dream come true to get that opportunity.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and then so sort of 2 years on, I was sort of in the place where I want to go and do my own thing now and try and build something, bigger and better for the future for me. And so I went freelance, which was scary, really scary. Just like you probably know now, like it's scary not having that guaranteed money that comes in the same day every month.
Managing everything yourself.
Yeah, it's scary,
Yeah.
but it's the best thing I ever did. And then from there, I ended up with two good friends of mine that I'd met sort of along the way. Ended up starting a new company together.
And what's the name of that company?
It's Pros and Cons Limited.
Pros and cons. So pros and cons is
So
a
we're an agency. So I actually said the name wrong. It's Pros and Cons Agency.
pros and cons agency. Okay.
Yeah. So we basically we deal with clothing companies, and I deal with all the design side and the creative side, and then the other guys, Joe and Steve, they deal with manufacturing and sales and distribution.
Yeah.
So we're like a full service package for
So
brands.
what happens if I have a t-shirt? If I want you to design a t-shirt for me, you can do the design or you do the printing or both.
So that's the thing. So if you came to me and said I want a T-shirt
Yeah.
and you don't have a design, then I'll design it for you. And you go, okay, that's wicked. I love that. I want to get it made now. Then we'll sort that out for you. So we'll get it made and everything.
Nice, man.
And so we deal with smaller people that just want they just want some T-shirts, and then we deal with clothing companies that want a full collection.
Yeah.
So
So
everything.
is everything British based or do you deal with foreign clients as well?
So we have like factories and suppliers that we use here in the UK,
Okay.
but a lot of our factories are in Turkey and China, and there's other places as well, but they're probably the two main ones, is Turkey and China.
So in terms of the language, in terms of speaking English, how important is it for you to be able to communicate professionally with these other companies?
So massively important. So I've actually started learning Turkish.
Really?
Yeah,
No way.
yeah. I wanted to do it for a while because me and Sophie go to Turkey a lot anyway. We go at least once or twice a year,
Yeah.
to see like friends and family over there. But although their English is amazing in Turkey, it's incredible how well they speak. I want to be able to speak Turkish just for those times where there's that small language barrier,
Yeah.
and sometimes you're trying to get a detail across and they don't quite understand. So I'd like to be able to say it in Turkish.
Yeah. It's so important for specifics, isn't it? That's good. How is Sophie? Is she all right?
Yeah, really good, man. She's on a shift now. She finishes at like 1 in the morning.
All right. That's quite late, isn't it?
Yeah, very late, very late.
Cool. Well, man, I appreciate you. I appreciate you chatting with me. I think it's good. I think it's nice for everybody to kind of listen to us as well and hear some nice
Yeah,
English conversation.
that's it.
It's nice to catch up with you as well.
Yeah, man.
I think it's decent.
100%. 100%.
So, all right, let's leave it there, and I'll talk to you soon, dude. Take care.
Yeah, and you, man.
Nice one. I'll see you later, mate.
See you later, dude. Take care.